Hi YouTube, it's Kerry coming at you with my 4-week pre-op update. It is the 19th of August 2014 and I am due for vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on the 15th of September 2014 in Toowoomba at St Vincent's Hospital with Dr. Evan Willingham. I'll start with my numbers. So my highest weight is 120 kilos or 264 pounds, and that was around probably February 2010. My current weight as of yesterday morning was 112.8 kilos. So if you actually watched my video from last week, you'll notice that that's actually a gain of 2 kilos this week. So what's happened? I kind of expected a gain. I didn't expect it to be that much. My husband and I went to Brisbane over the weekend for a friend's 30th and my sister's 29th birthdays. Saturday night we had pizza. So it was amazing pizza, but I ate an absolute crap ton of food. And I paid for it in the early hours of Sunday morning when I had some epic reflux happening and the worst gallbladder attack I've ever had. So I'll certainly be looking forward to that gallbladder coming out at the same time as my sleeve being done. But it was awful and I just had to wait it out. There was really nothing I could do. I took my PPI, I took omeprazole, 40 milligrams, and then just had to sit it out and wait. And then on Sunday, for my sister's birthday, we went out for yum cha, because it's a family favourite, and I know that it's probably one thing that I will not really be able to partake in the way I do now, post-surgery. So I was really looking forward to it. Funnily enough, didn't actually enjoy the food as much as I kind of remember. I think a lot of the food that we ordered was really heavy and fried, and it's so far removed from the way I eat now and have done for quite some time now, that it just didn't seem right. But the ritual of yum cha was certainly something that I really did enjoy, and it was nice to be able to share that with my sister for her birthday one more time. So please excuse the homebody chic look that I have today. It is absolutely freezing in Toowoomba. We have such strong winds outside and it is so cold in my house. Even my dogs, as you can see, are not really energetic because it's just too cold. Anyway, so I have struggles this week. Obviously besides the bad food and the reflux, I'm really struggling to get back on the wagon. I've probably had, if I look at MyFitnessPal, I've had over 1,000 calories already today, and it's not even lunchtime. And I even know it's the wrong thing to do when I'm looking at the food, but it still ends up in my mouth. I'm trying to take it one meal at a time. Okay, so I did really badly at breakfast, but I'll try and have maybe just a shake and some raw veggies for lunch and a fairly sensible dinner, I think. I have woken up with an incredibly sore throat, and my husband has had a few, he had yesterday off work because he's had the flu, so I'm crossing my fingers and toes that I haven't caught that, but sharing is caring, so he told me this morning in not too many words. He's sorry if he gave it to me, but yeah, not much I can do about that. So I've also been really super stressed, really struggling with Department of Human Services and processing my application for my super release. Called them on Friday to check up on my application because Friday was the 15th working day that my application has been pending or in queue to be assessed. I was told that everything was fine with the application, hopefully it'll be assessed that day, and that was actually my 6th call to them in 15 days to check the progress, and every time I've spoken to them, asked them to check that my documentation seemed okay. At no point did anybody pick up that my driver's license and birth certificate were in different names and therefore nullified the validity of those points of ID without a linking document. So Friday afternoon I get a call to say there's a problem with your application, and I had to call them back to find out what that problem was, and I needed to send through a certified copy of my marriage certificate. So for those of you in pre-op stage and going through the process of applying for your early release of super with your ID, please make sure that everything is in the same name, and if your 100 points of ID is not in the same name, make sure you supply a certified copy of your linking document. So if it's a marriage certificate or your deed poll documents, whatever the case may be, make sure you include that too. It'll save you some time and stress. So yesterday afternoon, I was told that so long as I got it in before 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon, that I wouldn't be bumped back to the end of the queue and that the assessor would look at it for me as soon as possible. Rang at 5 to 5 because I hadn't heard anything after checking in the morning that they received my email over the weekend. The guy was checking what was going on and put me on hold and hung up on me. Now, I don't know whether that was on purpose because it was at 5 o'clock or whether it was by accident, he hit the wrong button, not sure, but when I tried to ring back, obviously it was outside of operating hours, so I couldn't get through to anyone until this morning. So I rang them this morning and was told that the assessor looking after it wasn't in yesterday and he won't be in today. So it's been forwarded on to a new assessor who will look at it within 48 hours. So they said it should be processed by end of business tomorrow, and I can call through on Thursday morning to check if it's approved. Now, reason why it's getting stressful is, as I said, I'm 4 weeks pre-op. Provided it's approved by Thursday morning, I don't know how long it'll take to get my approval letter in the mail, but I'm assuming it'll probably be a few days, which will take me to the early days of next week, which makes me less than 3 weeks pre-op. I then need to submit that approval letter with my application details to my superannuation fund, and I've been told by them that it can take a little over a week, so a week to a week and a half, to get that processed and the funds transferred to wherever it needs to be transferred, either my account or to the accounts listed on the invoices. So that takes me down to less than 2 weeks pre-op, like a week and a half pre-op. So what's stressing me out is that I may only have days or even maybe hours to spare to pay all of these bills before my surgery. And as much as I'm trying to convince myself that if I had to push my surgery back a couple of weeks to have all of this processed, it's not the end of the world, it kind of feels like that. I'm just so ready to have this surgery done. I'm so ready to start my life on the loser's bench and begin not being this package anymore, not being this person. I'm so ready that 2 weeks just seems too long for me. But even after speaking to my surgeon who doesn't actually provide letters, like there's a letter you can send through to DHS that states that if that a delay in the surgery will further threaten my life, and that will mean that they have to process my application prioritize that over the other applications in queue. That's a process I could follow, but my surgeon actually won't provide that letter because delaying my surgery by a couple of weeks won't actually put my life in any danger. So yeah, just super stressed. And on top of that, I got a new job which starts after my surgery, so I've been off. I was headhunted, which is kind of nice for the ego a little bit, but they're happy to work around my surgery schedule. But I do have a new job starting, and that's all based on my surgery happening on the 15th of September. So if I do have to push that back, it really does affect a lot of things for me. So it is bothering me a bit. But anyway, off that. Goals for this week is to really go back on my high protein, low carb plan. Really increase my water intake and try and flush out all of this crap that I ate over the weekend and the first few days of this week, and hopefully post a loss next week. Just before I go, quick shout out to Beck, WaitingForMe VSG. She's getting sleeved today. I hope everything goes super smoothly for you, and I will be hanging out for those updates you have promised us on Facebook from your husband to let us know that you are safely and soundly on the losers bench. I just can't wait to hear that you're okay. We are, like souls, I guess. I think we've made a pretty good connection, and thinking of you today. And anybody else being sleeved this week, good luck. I hope you are safe and well, and everything goes as well as it can do. And I think I'll leave it there because it's getting a bit long and I don't have that much to say, and I really want to get under a blanket. So have a good week, everybody. I still haven't worked out a catchphrase to end my videos with, so I'm going to have to work on that this week too. Something pretty cool. Anyway, as you can see in the background there, I was halfway through watching Ever After when I decided that I needed to make this video. So I'm going to get back to that. Get under my doona, watch that video, drink some water, and hopefully fight this, whatever it is that's happening with my sore throat. Fight it off and come out swinging. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.